Hey everybody. So this is a brief and long chat. I don't know because um I want to get back into my vibe of just being able to do my videos. So I don't have a topic, but I just want to have a quick chat. And I'm also waiting for a very late food delivery. uh, okay. Hi Felicity. Hi. I love you back. I love you too. Thank you for being here. How are you doing? So, what was I saying? Cute kitty shirt. Oh, that is actually a leopard. Is it a leopard? A leopard? Is it a leopard or a jaguar? A cheetah. A cheetah, a leopard, a jaguar. One of it. So, so what comes through my mind in this situation. So maybe you guys will like hang out for a bit while I get my order downstairs when it arrives. Um, so what crossed through my mind is that I shouldn't come on the internet when I feel like I'm emotionally vulnerable. So I was feeling emotionally vulnerable because what happened was that you guys know that I don't know how the universe set it up for me, but the universe told me to like slack off or like just put off YouTube for like maybe a month, and I did. In July, I didn't do much videos, and I didn't do any July videos. And July has a very heavy energy as well. And July has a lot of karmic cycles ended, a lot of old realities ended. So for me, it was as if that um, 70% of my whole entire of the month of July, I was tired and sick. And when I'm not tired and sick, I was able to go out to a few events. It's not a big event, it's just kind of like small get together with the same interests. Like one is on Mira, one is on couch surfing. And then I was doing some writing, I was doing healing with the demon Moloch. And I think I know what. I guess I did want to come here with a title, A Demon Whisper. A Demon Whisper. So one of the things that I struggle with, so I have like three different narration coming in my head right now. I want to tell you three different stories. Um, three different stories. So I don't know which one to pick right now. But the second one was this. The first one, I will just the first one is that I didn't want to come on here unprepared. I didn't just want to come here and just write brief and long chat while I'm like multitasking, like waiting for my fast food. Yes, I ordered fast food because basically I cannot touch my stupid dishwash. I cannot clean any dishes because my divine self don't want me to freaking clean that stuff because I'm still on a roll with a very deep healing. And in July, a lot of secrets are being revealed. So, one of the very major secrets that were being revealed is that I may not be half Malay and half Chinese. I might have something else in my grandmother's side of the family. And a lot of my aunties from my father's side, which is thinking that they were 100% Chinese, right? They always have really high cheekbones, very high cheekbones. And then it's come to my attention that I don't think I'm just two mixed races, but I think I have like another race in my blood. And then I feel like things are happening to reveal some secrets, and that I'm still processing that. The first story I already told you. I didn't want to just come on here and like be bantering and ranting. And the second story I wanted to tell you is that the demon whisperer, not demon whisperer, the demon whispers in your ear to always, because the thing is that I don't want to order fast food, but I feel like a lot of bye Felicity, have a good day. Hug kisses for moral support. Okay, awesome. Cool. Beautiful and deadly cat. Yes. I'm leopard, jaguar, cheetah. One of that. So, where was I before I said goodbye to purple? Felicity. Oh wait. I just have to make sure that my phone is on. So if you guys don't mind, I'm just going to like run down and get my food, and then I'll come up here. And I've never eaten anything in front of you guys, and I don't plan to, but I'll just munch, or I'll just like come back and do another video another time, because I don't like to mix uh that, you know, like when you try to like only keep people to see you at a certain standard. Like a lot of my videos, you guys see me when I'm energized, you guys see me when um I have my thoughts cleared up and I was able to vocalize and communicate clearly. And then the other time, maybe I was like expressive. And then right now, I finished crying. I'm hungry. I'm trying to like my house is okay. Like this table is clear. I can basically do my oracle card reading, astrology reading. But my dish isn't clean. I did cook a few days ago, and I still have to hang my laundry. So you know, like the things I mentioned in my previous video, if you got to watch it, I made like a 2-hour video that I posted a few hours or 6 hours or 8 hours ago. And then I mentioned about my level of energy. Sometimes when I do my YouTube videos, like, you know, all these astrology things, astrology videos, because I didn't do any more videos about toxic people and healing from narcissists or sociopath. It takes my time, and I don't have energy to clean my dishes. I don't have energy to like do my laundry. So basically, if you can differentiate like my level of energy and then normal people's level of energy, basically I can be active for maybe maximum 6 hours before I totally pass out on the seventh hour. I only have energy for 6 hours during the day. And other than that, I'm like, what the hell happened to my other energy in my other hours, right? So that's the thing. It's a mixture, and I don't blame anything that I can't control, because where I am right now is basically the events, all events coinciding to this moment right now. There's also good and bad. So the good is that I have a lot of wisdom to spread. I have a lot of answers to share. I have a lot of healing to do in the future. But it does come with a cost. The cost of me being tired, the cost of me struggling with having energy to take care of my house, to take care of the things that I need to take care of, like making sure I eat on time, making sure that I sleep on time, eat on time. And there's the thing about the demon whisper. It's this very sabotaging energy that makes us make a bad decision. Makes, like, you know, when they influence us to be less sharp, like to always derail our good energy. So how many minutes has it been? Okay, it's almost 10 minutes. So one of the things that I did for my meetup group, because I'm trying to balance the time I put into YouTube, understanding the fact that I can only work for maybe 6 to 7 hours a day. Like I can only be active. So in the active period, you have to add shower, eating, cooking, cleaning, laundry, playing with my cat, so maybe like 3 hours of the day. 3 hours of the day. So 7 hours minus 3 hours, I can only have 4 hours. And then you have to minus, I watch some movies or TV series on Netflix. So I only have like 3 hours on a good day to really do something worthwhile with my time. And on top of it all, I have projects that I've put aside that I am like panicking because I'm like, I really want to finish my book. I really want to start these things and these projects. I really want to do all, I want to maintain a stability. And I understand that in July, the old realities are decomposing. So it means I was shoved out of my comfort zones. I was forced to change the way that I carry with my life, even though I still sleep a lot. I still like, what the hell is happening? Why can't I wake up? Because the thing is that in June, I got sick for 2 weeks. And then in early July, I was recovered. And then after that, I was sick another way because I had a tummy bug and I was constipated, and I'm like, huh, what? And then while I was like constipated, they say it was like, this is like decomposing all realities. Like constipation is like an energy block in your root chakra. You're like purging a lot of fear. You're purging a lot of limited beliefs and limited set ways and limited energy that refrains you from stepping out of your shell, and the universe forced me out of the shell. And do you know how that happens? I I don't know if this demon whisper is an angelic whisper or a demon whisper, because sometimes the demon whisper make me not care so much that I just take life easy. At other times, this energetical whisper is like, I shouldn't do that. Why do I do that? So this energy that whispers to me is something like a voice that keeps telling me to break my pattern, to charge out into life and just be what I already am, and just like, for example, I didn't I didn't know that I was going to go to I didn't know I was going to this event, and this event was, I was waitlisted, and the night before I was healthy, I was happy, I'm like, yeah, I'm not sick anymore. And then I made the terrible mistake of eating junk food with not enough water because I mixed my Coca-Cola with wine, and I fucked up. I know. Because I'm like, oh, I miss drinking wine. And then it was like during the moment of drinking it, and then I was like, oh, this is so nice. I feel so like myself. Like, you know, when you release all of your worries, when you just feel your nervous system is so relaxed. Okay, some people have different thing happen to them when they drink. For me, I get super happy and I get super happy and I get super happy and I super chill. So I was like in that moment where I'm like, oh, this is so nice. Why haven't I drank before? Why I stopped drinking? And then you know what happened? I couldn't sleep, and then the next day I was a little bit tipsy and hangover. I found out I was not waitlisted anymore. I was like on the list, I'm going, and I woke up quite late and I was like rushing to get there, and I'm like, while I'm rushing, I told myself, maybe I should not go. Let's go to the one closer to me. But my body resents me, and then it's like, no, you are going. So it's been 15 minutes, my food will come soon. But I was looking at my delivery orders, and I only ordered twice McDonald's this month, last month, I think. Wait, is it last month? Is it 3 times? Okay, so twice last month. So today's August here. So anyway, Peter says new moon tonight, new start. Yep, it's yesterday. For me, was the new moon, but I didn't look at the moon. I was like waving when you say hi, Ivan. I was waving. And so, story. what to share, what to tell. So I'm aware of this energy whispering to me. So I'll be going down soon. 2 minutes and I'll go down soon. So you guys can tell me what you've been up to. Yep, you guys can tell me what you've been up to. But I have an inner child that loves soda. Because usually when I was in high school, after my sister picks me up from school, we would go to McDonald's because my mom doesn't cook. So it's like a freaking ritual. Um, after I finish school, my sister will like leave my father's office, and then my sister will pick me up, and then she send me home, and then she will go out and see her friends, whoever. And then we will always like stop at McDonald's because somehow McDonald's built its restaurant in that neighborhood just opposite my high school. It's like a private school. So anyway, like what? Okay, I have to go. I'll be right back. Uh, yeah, I'll be right back. So I think this will be the first time that I'm just going to talk. Wow, this is like so weird, right? I've never like been so chill to like eat with you guys. I think I'm gonna eat with you guys because I'm gonna share something about. Is my voice on? Something about stuff. So I hope you guys have your own food. You had your dinner. I'm trying to remember what I said before. What is this? Fries. Thank you guys. I hope you guys don't mind because I am so sensitive with the way you guys see me that I think I am in a way because I usually don't eat with people. But I want to tell you a story. There's nuggets. So basically for the past few days, I don't really eat. I only eat maybe once. And then I will cook noodles. Okay. You guys are very quiet, but there people are here watching, so I'm back. Let me just kind of like, do you guys know it's like 3:47 a.m. and then they delivered this to me just now. It's 3:47 a.m. here. Oh, this is iced lemon tea. So my mistake was that about 3 or 2 weeks ago, I kind of like put alcohol in my drink, but it was good. But then I suffered the consequences because I didn't drink enough water. But I feel like every single thing, I feel like in that moment that I was buzzed because it's not a lot, it's not even a full cup, it's like half cup. And I was like, what happened? So my immune and my nervous system is very sensitive. It shouldn't be, but because I pick on other people's dark energies, like weaknesses and fears, because they don't wanna. They want my power, they want my strength, but they don't want to be accountable for their own weaknesses. Because this girl, the one of the sociopath slash psychopath, she can't drink alcohol. So toxic people, energy vampire, they basically attack your nervous system, and your nervous system is where your well-being and your health takes prime and center stage for how well you're doing. So that's why people who are shocked, people who are traumatized, they struggle with their nervous system. Maybe they're anxious, maybe they get sick a lot, maybe they have tummy bug a lot. I get tummy bug, like I get painful tummy when people are very, like when angry people are around me, I get very painful tummies. Which one should I have first? Should I have double cheeseburger? Should I have McNuggets? Should I have, I think I'm gonna get McNuggets first. So I'm gonna put this there because I cleaned my table a few days ago or last week. My inner child is very concerned with the fact that I'm eating and chatting on my channel when I've never done this before, and I usually don't mix serious topics with food. But we can change. Like, this is the thing. I get whispers of like challenging being stuck in a rut, stuck in the things, in the way things has been done. Like the rigidity of my ways is challenged by these whispers. Um, and you guys aren't talking, so I don't know if ghosts are watching me, or or you're like making your own food. But I am also doing this because I'm taking any chances I get to jump on YouTube, have some level of energy, and share my thoughts about healing. And also, is the new moon last night. Food. I like food. Who doesn't like food? We all love food. Okay. Let me eat for a while. If you got questions, you can write it down. I'm like half sleepy because I woke up. Because I'm like, when around like 11 a.m., I kind of like force myself to do my my video. So you guys see me like, I already showered and I already like, and then I decided I'm not gonna put any makeup, even though I wanna put my expectation of how I should do my video, put some makeup on. I'm like, I decided, okay, I'm just gonna put a lipstick on and that's it. And then I made the video. I titled it July Drama and Healing Story. Oh, this is so good. I think I may have watched a few too many people eating on YouTube to subconsciously be alright doing this. I think I'm I'm trying to stop to be very impressionable. Impressionable people are someone that is very easily influenced. When you have like a very weak immune system, because like when I said immune system, I got sick from out of nowhere. I got sick in June for 2 weeks, and apart from taking the cough syrup, I got like some powder form of something to build up my immune system to get better. Apart from that, I don't know where I am. Everyone's gone. There's nobody here. I should go. I can't remember the story I'm telling. Oh yeah. The nervous system. I'm impressionable. Like mind control, and like when people are pulling your strings and manipulating you like a puppet. So basically, people's intention can subconsciously control other people's behavior. If you're not grounded, which sometimes I'm not, they can control our body language and behavior. And then you would realize, wait a minute, why am I telling this person the things that I know is not correct? I know isn't truly me. Why am I behaving in this manner when that's what it means to be impressionable? People can make an impression on you, and then you'll be stuck in that energy. So when I'm sharing about the nervous system and how when you have a weak nervous system and how energy vampire and toxic people will attack your nervous system is like a very pure source of energy. when your nervous system is shattered, rattled, you will have a hard time achieving a state of inner peace, nirvana, bliss, things like that. Got questions? No questions? Oh yeah, tomorrow afternoon, if I don't go to gym, what should I say? If I don't go to gym, I want to go to gym, but if I don't, I will punish myself with 3 videos. Because you know what? When I do my YouTube videos, I burn calories. Like talking also burns calories, and then thinking also burns calories. So, why did I cry? Why am I vulnerable and why did I cry? It's something really silly, but you know, I can validate it because you know, my inner child is there. My cat is sleeping, and usually my cat wants some nuggets. So before I finish the nuggets, I'm gonna give him a little piece of nuggets. So one of the person that I met recently gives me a lot of vibe that this person reminds me of the psychopath, the original psychopath, who were very obsessed with me, wanted me all to herself, wanted to befriend me so fast, and wanted to know everything about me, wanted to know all my friends, wanted to know my most private, intimate thoughts, wanted to know my dreams, my feelings, wanted to know about my relationship, wanted to know everything. So basically, she wanted my life, she wanted my parents, she wanted my house, she wanted. And this other person that I recently met was like her, and they came from like the same. They originate from the same suburb in town, and that suburb is not particularly very famous for certain things, but it's famous for like you know, outcasts or delinquents. I'm not saying that everyone there is like that, but it's not really a good place. So I decided not to like continue communicating with the person that I realized is like toxic, and I told universe I didn't get out of my shell just to face off the same toxic person. And then I was kind of like struggling with, I'm gonna give this to my little cat. You want it? You want it? So I peel off the thingy out, and then I gave him like half of it, half nuggets for my cat. He's like awake now, and then he's like licking, and then he's looking, he's pawing, and then it fell, and then he's like stretching, and then he's like, okay, food. Okay, so what do I say? So this person, if you guys managed to watch all the 1 hour and 50 minutes video that I posted yesterday morning or yesterday evening, I think, because I fell asleep and then I posted it. I talked about how she reminds me so much about that woman who wanted my ability to speak, my association, my the way that I stand, the way that I present myself to the people and to the world around me. And she basically wanted my identity, she wanted my dream, she wanted my career. She just wants my fucking soul. That's it. And it's a very dangerous thing. It's so dangerous that that energy stays sticky and stuck to my mind, and I'm like, I can't get him out of my head. What the fuck? And then it comes to this major point and decision I have to do, and I'm like, okay, so this is not right. This is not, like I told the universe, I did not get out of my shell just to get bombarded with the same psychopath energy. No. So I am going to be all right and accept that I can be rude without being rude. That even if I state my boundaries and people perceive it as being rude and being judgmental, the only person that I have to protect myself is me. If I am not honest with my feelings, how in the world am I going to be honest with people about my feelings? And my feelings have to come first. So it comes to this kind of like junction in my energy or awareness that says, I need to say something. I don't want him where he is. So I said something, and I realized that the weight was lifted when I said, this isn't the right call, this isn't the right association, this isn't the right situation, and I'm not gonna like allow you to be in it because it's just not the right fit. So when I did that, I felt a huge weight lift off, and I finally allow my brain not to keep the peace, and I allow my body, and I allow myself to trust my nervous system, and my nervous system is saying, I'm uncomfortable, I don't like this energy, I don't like being open to this energy, do something, and I couldn't sleep for like, I was struggling to sleep, and I'm one of the person, I don't struggle to sleep, I love to sleep, why the fuck am I struggling to sleep? And it's like back all the way back to like, if you remember me doing about a video about toxic clients. Some toxic clients, when they're very desperate, and cue the word desperate, they will never admit it, and they will kind of like be very ashamed into admitting it, because somehow admitting that they're desperate makes them weaker than they are, and their idea and definition of desperation is so shameful, and they cannot accept that fact, they cannot accept that reality. So that's why some people, like coaches or healers, we are humans too, and we cannot just keep saving and rescuing people we cannot keep rescuing and healing people to our detriment. And that's why like I told myself, I even made a Facebook post. I said, I said something like, even though I may have trust issues, I don't have to kind of like have a war between damaging my and sabotaging myself by not realizing this isn't about trust issue. What I'm feeling isn't about trust issue, it's about recognizing where I've been disrespected, recognizing where I wasn't being shown a mutual kindness. Like just imagine if you're just talking, I'm just talking like this, and suddenly I'm being told that, oh, you're talking too loud, lower down your voice. And that's shame. He projected his shame. Because when I'm just saying the right thing and it hits the right place in his soul and heart, and he did say that, he's like, oh, what you're saying is like really hit the target for me. And Oh no! It fell almost. Mm, mm, mm. So, mm, it wasn't a trust issue. I opened my heart, and it wasn't a trust issue. The fact is that he's been projecting to me his own insecurities. I'm like this. Ever since I was a kid, I would always attract the most troubled souls. The most troubled souls will come close to me, and then they will try to like heave me down energetically. And then suddenly I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? I cry. I'm like, I don't want to be here. And then that's why I like stay away from people. Because some people who wants to get close to me, they're usually troubled souls. Food, next food. Fries. Fries. So I made a YouTube, I made a Facebook post and I wrote down something like, something like, it's not, like I understand that I want to open myself out and socialize after not being a social butterfly or not being social for a long time. But, I was kind of like forced to share personal details like, do you live alone? Like, oh, it must be really good that you can even make enough money to support yourself from your business. Even to the point that I was, after having a conversation with this man, who's like much younger than me by like 7 years. Come on. By 7 years and I wasn't shown the respect that I should have been given? What the hell? What the hell? Who are you to behave in such a way that you can look down on people who are older than you? What the hell? So he has a lot of ego. And from the first time that I met him, at first I'm like, I take it by strides. Like, I don't take anything he say personally. I'm like, okay, like, I'm just being accommodating. Like, maybe not just the word accommodating. I'm just being like, approachable. He approached me. And then after I realized that, wait a minute, he's like much younger than me. How can he say the things that he said when we first spoke? How can he say the things that he said? You guys don't mind, right? I'm very hungry. This is one of the ways that I can get energized, by talking to you and telling you what's going on and happening. Because in part of the ways is that the universe wants me to share as well. And I also think that this could be shared so that I can heal and I can grow and you can learn from my experiences. So basically, there were things that was odd to me in the first meeting that didn't occur to me as odd until I realized after the final conversation. I'm like, oh my god, I'm having this very fucked up migraine. I just want him to stop and I just want to leave. And when I look back and I realize, wait, I made a conscious choice never to tell anybody that I live alone. I made a conscious choice never to converse about how much I make for a living. And these are private matters. And these were casually asked as if it's not personal. Like, he's so pretentious that he keeps asking me, and the thing is that one of the very extreme warning signs is that you can't finish your thought. You get interrupted. I couldn't finish my thoughts. I get interrupted. So he's very lethal. He's exactly like the psychopath girl that managed to hurt me so much. And one of my other situation is that I would never, like I told myself, never get into any stranger's car who already know you, acquainted to who you are, like except for like the ones you order or pay for the services. But other than that, don't, because there were many times that I was already stuck. Like there were many times, even acquaintances who became friends, who kind of like know what I did. So they love to like drive me around, and I feel like I may have like some trauma with like even my MOTHER. I can't be in the same car as her anymore because she would yell, she would raise her voice, and she would feel entitled to treat me however fucking hell she gonna treat me, and I have no say over it. And shit happens. And I told myself these are the main things that I would not negotiate. This is a deal breaker. Asking me private questions when you don't even know my last name. Okay? And then asking me like how well I'm doing financially when assuming my financial status. And then like wanting to get too close too fast too soon, and being very obsessive and possessive about, like, you know, when you're being interrogated, it's not a fucking conversation. I was feeling interrogated and I couldn't do anything about it because I only had like 4 hours of like sleep in the day before I went to the event. And even though how do I tell you this story? Found out from a girl that he kind of like defended me in the first meeting, in the first meetup, when people were telling other people were talking behind my back. What the hell is wrong with these people? They don't even know me. In the first meetup, people were talking behind my back. One of the girls mentioned this to me and said that he defended me, and she defended me too because they know my story. They know that people from my meetup group, a guy from my meetup group took away all of my members, took away, that he intimidated me. He was very crass and angry at me for giving him my name card when I simply give it to everybody. But he's fucking jealous and he's fucking desperate, and I cannot be around desperate people. And that man, the same man, is telling everyone that there's a desperate guy who's like trying to be friend with him. And then he keep on mentioning desperate. He's a master projector. And then one of the very fucked up things that I know is happening is that he brings out the worst in people, and it's actually not true. I would have never been so violent with my words except around him. After talking to him, I'm very violent with my words. And then I realized I think he has a demon. It's not that I have issue with trust. It's that he approached me and he wants to get close to me very fast, very quick, and he knows what I do. And then there was this one other guy. The identity is not revealed. I don't know who it is. It's like telling people that I'm going to use the first meetup event of another organizer to promote my group. And I'm like, dude, I haven't even gone and socialized for like 1.5, 2 years ish. How dare you fucking say that? Like, if I could, like, if he knew my trauma, he would have never said that. And then when I hear that, I'm like, fuck, that fucking hurts. I'm so disappointed. And even the organizer was, when I was like hanging out with the organizer, because I came late and everybody was like sitting in the whole row, and I'm like, where should I sit? Because it's so full. And then the organizer was like, oh, you can sit there. And then we'll join you. And I said, okay, fine. I mean, like, I don't have a very poor self-esteem, but someone was projecting a very poor self-esteem, like, oh, poor me, I'm sitting alone. And then I'm like, what is this feeling? Because this isn't me. I grew up as a scapegoat. I'm normalized with whatever. So I was getting this pity me projection, and it's not me, it's that person, the same person. Anyway, so why I cry? I cry because I don't know, my inner child was like, I crossed these dangerous waters energetically, like I push myself out of the shell and I meet with the same stupid circumstances, same psychopath, same people slandering me. Both of them don't really fucking know me. Both of them benefit from verbally slandering me and abusing me and telling people that I'm going to misuse my presence to, and I never did. I never even talked about my group. And the organizer beside me, she's like, so why do you actually want to do healing group? And I was taken aback, and I was like replying to her, and I'm like, well, I like to heal. It's like, what question is this? What fucking question is this? Like, why do you come off to me in questioning me in that tone of language? As if it's offensive. Why? It's not offensive. Healing is a good, powerful thing. If I am a healer and I can help people, why not? What do you have against me healing people? Even the organizer, I think she maybe had feeling threatened, and I'm like, I just want to make friends, and it's called fucking introverts. What the fuck? So introverts can be psychopaths too? Yes! Introverts can be psychopaths too. And I realized that she reminds me of this girl who's obsessed with me, because I think this man whom I know was kind of like very shady. He's like trying to make us meet and make us hang out so that he can do some weird fucked up fantasy in his life. And when I realized that this dude is shit, and I'm like, okay, I'm not going to talk to them, and I'm not talking to talk to her. But both of them were trying to reach out to me, and I'm like, dude, I don't even know this girl. Why is she fucking messing with me? And I'm like, I don't even explain. I just ghosted those weirdos, and this girl keeps on searching me on the internet, and then like asking me stuff on Facebook, and asking me, and they both have the same face, because I've never went to her event before. The organizer both have the same face, like a very blur, like easily sexualized woman. So, story wise, my conclusion to this situation for me, that I'm sharing because I'm healing, because you guys bothered to get to know what I'm going through, I guess. There's a lot of shitty people in the world, and I have to accept that they're going to behave the way shitty people behave. But I cannot let their shitty behavior intimidate, aggravate, sadden me from stepping into my light and power. If they are not interested, they're not interested. But they are not invited, they cannot assume authority to disempower my light, who I am, what I want to do. Like, these people work so hard to attack people who want to do good things. Like, I'm doing something good, I can help people. I've survived so many trauma. What the fuck is wrong with you trying to stop me from sharing my healing with others? What the fuck? What is in your fucking soul? Do you have a demon in your soul? So that's the question I'm asking. Those people who were slandering me and saying that, oh, she's just gonna promote her healing group. I'm like, huh? And I only knew this because the girl that I mentioned, just a girl from another event, she said this, and I'm like, oh, that really hurts my feelings. And then I'm like, okay, let's process this shit. Oh, now my feeling is fucking crack. And I was having the best sleep in my life, and it was fucking crack. So even if you step out of your shell, any of you who are breaking out of your old patterns, you're going to meet like these people, like these shadows that is going to test your wisdom, your self-love, and your ability to discern where you need to put extra power in your boundaries, extra strength in affirming your boundaries, upholding it, and exercising your rights, your basic human rights to say yes and no, and refuse or open your heart or close your fucking heart. So even if you like step out of being a hermit or out of your shell and cave, and you join a group saying that they're introverts and they're like, this is a very open and friendly group, but then like the organizer was like being shady to me, and I'm like, you're not being friendly to me, and you talk so fast, and you say slow talk, you say 30%. Like, why are you contradicting yourself? And I don't want to give a good remark to the group. And I was like, when I realized that they entertain someone who's like saying that I'm just promoting my events in their group, I'm like, you don't even know me. I wanted to make like friends. You guys know how much I spend healing. You guys know. I don't want to go on dating sites to make friends, even though I may have make some friends, because some people are fucking weird. And I'm like, these people who are stricken with their own false ideas about who I am, and I just made that group like one day before that. Like, what the fuck? So that made me cry in a way that like, I can't believe it's happening again. And I'm like, it's okay, let it happen, feel it, feel the fucking pain. And I did. I felt the fucking pain, I felt my sadness, and I'm like, these shitty people exist. You can feel it, but it doesn't mean that the feeling can control me. So I can feel pain from these people slandering me without even knowing me, without even knowing my intentions. Like, what's so bad? Even if I were going to do that, when it didn't even cross my mind, because my mind was like, I need to fucking get out of the house. I need to fucking get out of like being so stuck in where I am. I need to fucking socialize. It fucking didn't even cross my head. I mean, like, maybe from their point of view, if I was superficial and a fucking manipulative user, maybe that person was using it against, like, trying to like attack me. Maybe that person was Yahweh. Maybe that person was, I don't know his surname, Yahweh, Yahweh's friend. Because I put in my meetup group that, okay, this man, he came to my event and he took my members away. And he shadily, like that, to me. And I was like shocked. I'm like, and nobody was looking, and it was around the same table. And I'm like, what? What are you doing? Like, he's like, like that. And I'm like, and then he took all these members that I bring together that came to my, like, 3 different people from 3 different events that comes to me to support my initiative for a Starseed group. And they all went to him. And perhaps his members recognize that he is a spiritual scam artist, which there are many in this world. If I struggle, meaning that I've sacrificed so much money to walk this path. I've gone through days of not eating, yes. I've gone through situations where I don't have electricity. I struggle with paying rent, electricity, all this bullshit that, like, I'm fucking struggling. I could be homeless. I could have been. How the fuck is that I'm still a bad person? How the fuck is that someone would have tried to harm me in the event that I step into with so much, like, open heart and hope, and like, maybe I'll make some friends today and that's nice, like, and hang out and that will be nice. How the fuck that one person would say to this group of people that, hey, this girl is just gonna use your event to, like, promote her healing meetups. I'm like, I haven't even done anything. The meetup is just so fucking brand new. What the fuck? And I never even shared anything yet. People don't really ask me anything yet. Even the organizer and her friend never asked me anything yet. Except for she's like, so why do you want to do a healing group? As if that is something wrong. Like, her tone of voice. So, I don't understand why the universe is showing me these people. But, angels, universe, God, if these people are just demonic people, they're possessed by demons, they're possessed by an evil entity or spirit, please educate me and tell me that I shouldn't care what they think, what they're interpreting, and whatever malicious intent they try to do to slander me, when I don't even have a chance to tell people what I like, why I'm there, and people are already telling bullshit about me behind my back. And that happened when I went to the bathroom. And that is the time that I was so constipated. And I'm like, what is wrong? Why can't I go? And I was like, this is really bad. Like, the only reason I could have been that constipated is because if there is some very fucked up psychopath. So there must be maybe a handful of psychopaths who wish harm to me. So I'm gonna pray energetically, like, dear universe, as much as I try to forgive and try to, like, understand them, please reveal their true form. Because from what I know, when I went to this event, it wasn't a fucking introvert shit. I felt like I was being shunned. I'm like, this is so uncomfortable. Like, they're not friendly to me. Like, even the organizer, she's not friendly to me. And it's like, okay. Like, even the other members wanted me to sit with them, and then she would cut them off and say, oh, no. Like, she's gonna sit here. And I'm like, um, I am innocent in so many ways because I don't know what the fuck they're planning. But I'm pretty sure if the universe have treated a lot of people who have harmed me with a specific karma that I've seen happen to them, like one woman who totally abused me in a way that abused my trust. She became the butt of an American joke, a scam artist. And another woman who tried to take my. And the thing is that I realize this. People who hurt me, even if I don't know what the bad thing happened to them, is that God or universe assures that if you don't hear the bad thing that happened to them, just know that it's very shameful. Just know that it's very dark and shameful. It's not that as if I did anything bad. I only like kind of like shield myself, protect myself with like white light and all these things. But it's like just because you don't see justice being served doesn't mean it hasn't already been served. So I was sad and I'm trying to make myself unsad, and at the same time the universe is like organizing all of this in place, and I come here with this food and talking to you about it. So I hope I don't sound too bad. Peter says, what is so I wonder if you guys have your own secrets coming out. Like I feel like in July things were like shoving our energy into secret, because the thing is that they weren't talking slow. Like that event was like people have to talk slow, but I'm like I can hardly catch up with these people. So I don't think I'm going to. After I left that group, I felt a huge weight lifted, and I'm like, I don't have to pretend to like you when you've mistreated me. And one of her friends is like, oh, your name is like, I'm a bitch, I'm a something, I'm a something. And I'm like, I just have to laugh to her face, but I don't think that she is doing this. I think she's like throwing shade to me. It's fine. When they die and everybody goes to grave, they have to come up with why are they so nasty and mean. Is it fun to be mean to someone? Anyway, I will go and I will kind of like rest. If you are breaking out of your rut and you've hit a situation where it reminds you and it taunts you or it's daunting to you, that is like, why is this happening again? I want you to remember, perhaps, is just, you know, when you open a box of juice, you open that cap, and then there's another silver foil, and that silver foil is like, an effort, right? You have to peel that off. So just understand that when I'm like going out of my shell, and then I bump into psychopath and bitchy people and evil people with evil spirits or entities, that's like the silver foil. Don't give up. Don't let them, like, feel it. Feel your disappointment in them. But it doesn't mean that feeling can control what you do next. That's what I want to share. It doesn't mean that the feeling can control what you do next. It means that you have a choice to not let it control what you do next, but to shower that moment with forgiveness, faith, and hope. And hope that, okay, you know what? I know these people. I know where they come from. I know their motivation. I know how it feels to be hurt by them. But it doesn't mean that I should volunteer to be hurt. It means that I've learned and I've moved on, and I can be indifferent, and I can go forward and leave them behind and make and like move onto the next chapter of friendships, where you don't have to carry the weight of their resentments of not being able to love you and accept you and show kindness to you when it's something so basic to do. So they're not your friends, and I can be aware that these people, even though one of the guy actually kind of like defended me among those people, the guy that I mentioned who blew my brain up energetically, it doesn't excuse the fact on my feelings about this person. So it's not that I have a trust issue, it's just that their circumstances are not ideal. But it's not going to be like that forever. And one of the things that crossed my head or entered my mind is the theme of impermanence. Nothing is permanent. There's death and there's rebirth. And with the energy decomposing old realities, when, for example, when you're breaking out of a very thick shell, there's always going to be a sense of resistance. But don't give up. Maintain your momentum. Keep looking forward. And like, I mentioned the feelings. Feel the feelings, but don't let the feelings control your hopes. Don't let the feelings cloud your judgment that you sabotage because you lean into fear a little bit more. Educate your consciousness and don't lean into fear. Lean into believing faith, believing there are kind people out there. If I'm a kind person, I can find kind people too. And what this shows is that the people that I met, the organizers event that I went to, shady as fuck then. And she's not the right friendship for me to have. And it's fine. Like, there are other people, there's no losses because I never gain anything from that anyway. It's just a trial and error for me. So try and break out of your shell, out of your rut, out of your, like, I broke out of my shell and rut by eating in front of you guys when I rarely do this. I still have burger there, and I'm gonna eat burger. Oh my god, my ice cream! I'm gonna eat my ice cream. My ice cream. Can't move. My legs frozen. So what do you guys think? How do you guys feel? I hope that you guys are gonna be okay. I hope you guys can pick up a lot of wisdom from here because somebody suffered a lot to get it. You know how, like, what is this? Christopher Columbus, the traveler, seafarer or something? You know, when in the olden times, people will venture and discover new lands. Like for me, I discovered new wisdom, a new way of finding peace in a very unpeaceful circumstances. And that's how I'm a healer, because this is emotional intelligence. It's not brain intelligence. You have to mix perspective and reasons and justify it with any outcomes that is based off how you feel. and what's the best feeling to hold. So I will see you when I see you. Thank you for guys for being here, and I'm sure that even though you don't comment so much, you probably take what you need to take. And if you feel like you want to have a session with me or a reading with me, you're welcome to contact me or email me. And thank you for liking. All right. Thank you for liking my content, my YouTube. And last week I got my first YouTube check. YouTube ad revenue paid. I got $100 out of 6 years. 6 years of making YouTube video, I have $100. I haven't picked it up yet. So thank you, everybody. I will see you when I see you. I hope this story managed to enlighten you a bit more on how to handle negative situations and how to break out of your very rigid mindset. And I hope you find new friends and socialize as I will too. So see you next time. Thank you for being here. Bye.